You're a fop doodle. What is up, my book babes, my holiday hoes, if you will? So sorry. We're talking about Good Spirits today, and I couldn't resist. I love a good alliteration. Can't take me nowhere. Actually, I am filming this little intro at the end of finishing this book. I was going back and I was about to start editing, and I don't know if I was just really sleepy when I did my first intro, but like I wasn't bringing the vibes to the function, you know what I mean? So I decided to just film another intro that you guys get the energy that you deserve. You know what I mean? You guys are about to read Good Spirits with me. I just finished it and we're gonna chat about it, and I'm gonna share some of my favorite moments with you guys. Y'all, this was just, well, you know what? I give you my thoughts at the end. Why am I trying to give you my thoughts right now? So silly. Buckle up, grab your book if you have it and you wanna read along with me. If you've read it and you want to share your thoughts in the comments without spoilers, so if you know people haven't read it, they don't get bummed out before they pick it up. Wait, that sounded weird. The book's not sad. I meant like they don't get bummed out by spoilers before they pick it up. Let's read, y'all. Rocking around the Christmas tree. Hi, my book babes. I am starting Good Spirits by BK Borson today. It is December 21st, so I'm really happy that I am starting this so close to Christmas. I've really only read 2 other Christmas books, and I read them last year. I didn't love them. I didn't hate them either. I mean, the Megan Quinn one, what was it? What was it called? Oh, How My Neighbors Stole Christmas. That one was like a fun, giggly, good time, but I don't have any desire to pick up the other one in the interconnected series. But I've heard a lot of good things with this one. I like that it's under 400 pages. The Megan Quinn ones were just kind of long. So this is my only complaint. This is my first BK Borson, so I'm intrigued. Kiki, are you okay? You look a little bit like you're gonna puke. Ready to read? She says, what's reading? I'm Cleo. Hi, my big snuggly buddy. Hi, my big snugglies. Yeah. You ready to read together? Yeah. Okay, so if you know nothing about this book, this is the back, which I actually still have the lighting right here. Oh, do I have to sneeze? Okay. I'm actually not sure I've read the back. I think I just heard people say good things and I was intrigued. He's a ghost of Christmas past. She's not exactly Scrooge. Ghost of Christmas past, Nolan Callahan intends to spend the holiday haunting like every other. Get in, get out, return to his otherwise aimless existence as a ghost awaiting the afterlife. But when he's faced with Harriet York, the sweetest assignment he's ever had, he suddenly finds himself wishing for a future. Harriet York has no idea why she's being haunted. She's a good person, or at least she tries to be. A people pleaser to her core, she always does what's expected of her. Or like that on a spiritual level. But as she and Nolan begin to examine her past, they discover there are threads that bind them together and realize there might be more to moving on than expected. With the deadline of Christmas Eve fast approaching, they will find the key to their futures. Wait, that was a question. With the deadline of Christmas Eve fast approaching, will they find the key to their futures in each other's pasts, or will they stay firmly in the present, indulging in their unexpected spirited connection? Almost like a little paranormal romance, but it's giving like contemporary romance. I think that sounds super cute. This dedication reads, for the lost and forgotten ones, and the believers who hold on tight. I really like dedication pages like that. Okay, you guys. The first line of this book says, on the first day of... If I could talk, that would be really fabulous. On the first day of December, the universe gave to me a busted knee, a twisted string of garland, and a cat with an attitude problem. That's a great first line. I really like this quote. It says, my Aunt Matilda used to tell me there are a few things that can't be solved with a shift in perspective and some shiny new trinkets. Ain't that the truth? Did you like that one too?
I like that one.
Okay, we had a short interruption for groceries getting delivered. Also, my blanket was done in the dryer, so did not make it very far. Quite literally 4 pages, so we're gonna dive right back into it. There's a place called the Crow's Nest in this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's an antique shop.
It's fun.
Our last name is Crowley, and we call our house the Crow's Nest. It's kind of sad. It says, so she like works in an antique shop that she inherited. Yeah. And it says here, more than once I've picked up a lost little bauble and seen the beauty in its imperfections. I've wondered if I worked hard enough at my bruised and broken bits, if I could be shiny again too. I wondered if anyone might ever see me as something precious. It's kind of sad, but also beautiful. Two things. First, she's watching White Christmas, which is my absolute favorite Christmas movie. And secondly, this man just quite literally appeared in her living room. And so she hurled a remote at him. Mind you, this is all chapter 1. She's talking to the ghost, right? He's in her house. And she says, I don't have anything valuable. Actually, that's a lie. That gingerbread house by your feet is hand painted. You could probably get something for it on the black market. Girl, stop. Just got to chapter 4 and I think I'm gonna take a nap because I'm so freaking tired. But this is super cute and I'm very intrigued by the ghost by Nolan's past. You don't really know a lot about him, so I don't know. I'm curious to see where this goes. I took my little nap, I had a little snack, and now I'm going to read while I walk on my walking pad, and hopefully I don't trip and fall, which has been my goal of this all the times I've been trying to read on my walking pad. I have my nice, oh my gosh, almost tripping on the extension cord, winter ambiance. So let's go. Ah! She's a beauty and she's grace. Okay, for this, oh my gosh, my starting page is page 30. It's ironic because I started walking on this walking pad so I could spend time at home with him instead of going to the gym. But he hates when I'm on the walking pad. I gotta say, if somebody showed up at my house randomly and was like, I'm haunting you because you're not a good person, that would really rip me up. So she's handling this whole thing pretty well, all things considered. A little bit intrigued by Harriet's background on page 44. Eventually, I'm gonna figure out this one. Why is that so hard? Like it's just walking. Whatever. Okay, I read 20 pages and they've officially gone back. Oh man. They've gone back to the first, what do you call it? The first memory. So yeah, the book's moving at a nice clip. You meet both characters within the first chapter. So yeah, moving at a nice clip. I'm enjoying it a lot. It's giggly, kick your feet so far, but I feel like it's also gonna be like moving, you know? You know. So last night I did read, I think where I left you guys, I was on page 50. I just finished walking the treadmill. And then I came home from dinner last night with Alex and I read until like 1 in the morning. So I am most definitely now on page, well, 202. I read like 2 pages this morning. This is so cute. Like this is the best, okay, I've not read that many holiday romances. This is like my 3rd one. So this is the best one I've read, but I've only read 3. So do that way you will. I made some notes though, because I wanted to make sure that I shared my reactions, my thoughts. And I'm gonna try to make sure these are not spoilers. So if you wanna read this book and you haven't yet, you're not gonna be like,
well, Chris spoiled the whole plot for me, so I basically don't have to read it.
it's not my goal. Okay, let's see. So Harriet says to Nolan, I'm just saying it wouldn't kill you to be a little nicer. This takes, oh, also this is dual POV. So this chapter takes place from Nolan's point of view. He thinks it wouldn't kill me.
You do realize I'm already dead, right? It wouldn't kill me because I'm Harriet, I'm dead.
And her response is, then you can afford to be kind. Which like, I just really love her. I see a lot of myself in her. She's a people pleaser, which guilty. And sometimes that she like gets annoyed with herself for being a people pleaser. Like in the first, I think, chapter, she offers to help the mailman deliver some packages. By the time she gets to her favorite coffee shop, because she'd offered to help him, her favorite Danish is gone. And she's like annoyed internally. She's like, well, no good deed goes unpunished, kind of. And I'm like, yeah, I totally get that. Do you have thoughts? She wears like really cute matching Christmas pajama sets, and not that I think I want Christmas pajama sets, but I need to realize that I want some matching pajama sets. I just wear sets. I just wear like a big t-shirt and like shorts to bed. So she has this little like internal monologue where she says, I've given all of myself to the people around me, broken myself down into minuscule pieces to try to be exactly what everyone else has needed. I've tried to shape myself to other people's expectations, but it's only ever left me broken in the end. And for what? The universe decided it's not enough anyway. I've been deemed a bad person, right up there with men who catcall women on the street, apparently. And then she says, I try to be helpful. I try to be good. And that just really spoke to me. I felt that in my soul. It was a little bit heartbreaking and also like relatable. This is like from Nolan's point of view, and he says, I think Harriet waters her feelings down to make them easier for others to deal with. And as somebody who feels her emotions quite strongly and feels like at times it's inconvenient, I was like, yeah. I just really feel like I relate to this character, Harriet. I don't know if I'm as good as she is, but she tries to be a good person. She tries to help people, sometimes to her detriment. So Nolan shows up at her house, right? And he like, so this is Harriet like describing his like demeanor. He looks like he just consumed an entire vat of espresso. That or he's found a new hobby in between time traveling and past exploring and haunting. Like snorting pixie sticks maybe, or base jumping. The snorting pixie sticks comment just made me think, I don't even know where this is from. Alex will probably know.
He's all hopped up on Mountain Dew.
It just made me giggle. I was like, snorting pixie sticks. That's so cute. It's like so innocent. I just loved it. The romance in this book is so good.
Hi, buddy.
Nolan says, you're the first thing in You are the first thing in 100 years to make me feel anything at all, Harriet York, and I don't think that's an accident. Like, that's so beautiful. And then he has another quote. Where is it? Well, that one's kind of a spoiler, but there's just these really beautiful like love story quotes in there, and the scene of their first kiss is so beautiful. If you've read it and you know what I'm talking about, I just thought that was just like a beautiful moment. It was so good. Okay, then my last note I made is from page 181, and it's a quote, and it's Harriet, like I think it's an internal monologue moment. And she says, I've stopped trying to force myself into spaces that aren't made for me. And if, my God, like I need that injected into my veins, tattooed on my body, like written on my mirror, because what a profound reminder that you don't have to be anything but yourself. And if who you are isn't sufficient for a space you're trying to be in, then that space is not for you. Like, you're enough. I just thought that was very profound, very beautiful. I think you guys are picking up the vibe. It's a giggly, kick your feet good time, but it's also like, it's gonna warm your heart. You know, I made a TikTok video and I said that like your heart glows. And yeah, that's cheesy, but I stand by it because that's how I feel. I'm about to finish, well, hopefully finish this book tonight. I did go to the zoo today. I got this little elephant. Look at her, she's so cute. I'm gonna name her Ladybird because the zoo, there's baby elephant at the zoo and the baby elephant's name is Ladybird. So this is Ladybird and I'm gonna call her Birdie for short. But yes, she's so cute. I'm gonna change into my comfies, refill my drink, and then dive in. And I actually do think I can finish this tonight. This is just like a breath of fresh air. Hey Alex, what's that quote from? That all hopped up on Mountain Dew. What's that from? Is it from Talladega Nights?
That's from Talladega.
Oh, okay, that's what I thought. But I was like struggling.
I'm all hopped up for
I'm all hopped up on Mountain Dew.
kicking your back of the head like a spider monkey.
That's what it is. I was like, yeah, I knew he would know. Diet cranberry juice. This is like my new drink obsession. Now we're gonna put on the pajamas. Y'all don't get to come around for that. Sorry. Almost misplaced my book. A little bit crucial for a reading vlog. Got my book, page 202. Alex is watching The Mandalorian, so I will be using my headphones. And also some cozy fireplace sounds. If I can find my phone. Phone located. So, yay! Let me see if you guys can see. Puppy. Check. You looked up when I said puppy. Oh, that looks so cute with my bangs like that. Do not get on TikTok. Open a YouTube to put on fireplace sounds. It's crucial. You don't get distracted. Look, isn't that cute? Some nice ambiance for us. Let's lock in. So he says, you're wild with your attentions, miraculous. I've seen so many lives, Harriet, but I've never seen someone live like you. What a beautiful compliment. Alex, have you seen anybody live like me?
No, You got a pretty cush life and a great husband.
That is not what I meant.
Okay.
Can't take him anywhere. Although my husband is pretty great. This is suspiciously damp. Did the dog get a hold of this? I'm getting a little concerned because, like, did Harriet actually do something bad? I feel like no. Like, she's a good person, but like, she keeps kind of alluding to, I don't know, something in her past. Where is it? Oh, she just says like here, there are still things Nolan doesn't know. Babe, what does Nolan not know? Can you tell me? Hopefully find that out soon. That's gonna drive me crazy. Short interlude for some dinner, and Ranger had to poop. You see him. Noggin. I made it to page 244 before I called it pause for dinner because I didn't really call it quits. So we're diving back in. I might actually sit up to read some because I was falling asleep a little bit. And I cannot be falling asleep because it's 8 p.m. And if I fall asleep right now, I will wake up at 11 p.m. and then probably be up till 2 a.m. because that's just how my brain works. So I don't want to do that. He's like insulting one of her ex-boyfriends and he calls him a fop doodle. This man is Irish. Is that an Irish thing? Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up. A fop doodle is an obsolete, humorous insult for a foolish, insignificant, or dandyish person, combining fop, a vain man, and doodle, a simpleton. That's kind of great. I would like to adopt that into my everyday speech. You're a fop doodle. Guys, listen to this quote. You make me hope, Harriet. You make me want. I am haunted by you. And he's the ghost. Isn't that beautiful? A lot of this book is like about her past. He's the ghost of Christmas past, so duh. So they're like talking about things she's been through. What was that quote? Shoot. And he says to her, despite the disappointment and the hurt and the heartbreak, you choose to be these whimsical, colorful things. And I just think there's something so beautiful about that. This is so funny. She says, there will be Christmas carols, socialization. I wanted to spare you. He rolls his eyes. I'm already dead, Harriet. One night of socialization is hardly an inconvenience. You love the dead jokes. Not a joke. A small smile lifts one corner of his mouth. I'm dead serious. The reason you are looking upon this ravishing visage is because I finished this. Finished this last night at like, it really wasn't that late, but my God, the way I was tired. Oh, wait. It felt like it could have been really late. I think it was like 1 in the morning. This was so good. This holiday book, holiday romance, had no business being this good. None whatsoever. I really am kind of going back and forth in my head between 4.5 and 5 stars. I'm gonna ruminate on it for a couple days and see how I feel. It's just the perfect amount of like, I don't even want to call it cheesy because I feel like cheesy has such a negative connotation of people acting like cheesy things have no substance, and this had substance. Following Harriet's journey of like kind of coming into her own and standing up for herself is so beautiful, and then following Nolan's journey of I don't want to talk too much about what his journey is because I don't want to spoil the book, but I just think this is so beautiful. And yeah, this was really, really surprising to me because the only The other two holiday books that I've read were How My Neighbor Stole Christmas, which, don't get me wrong, that was like, it was funny. It was, you know, it was good. I thought it was maybe a little long, and it left me with, I didn't have an iota of a desire to pick up the sequel. And I also read a book called A Winter Wish, which was just, it was fine. Like, I don't even know if I would recommend it. Not that I hated it, but I just didn't love it. But this one, like, I'm thinking I might need to be rereading this book every holiday season. And I'm really hoping that this is going to be like the first in like some interconnected standalones kind of a situation for holiday romances by BK Borson. And I'm also thinking I probably should read Love Light Farms, because I think that's also like a holiday-ish romance, or like a fall romance. I would definitely recommend this. If you didn't get to it this holiday season, just put it in the back of your mind for next year, because this was so cute. I am very, very pleasantly surprised by this. Thanks for hanging out with me and reading Good Spirits. Okay, love you. Bye.